Hello, and I have to start by saying I have really missed our Monday morning assemblies, and what a delight it is to be doing the first one of these reflections. This is at Mrs. Baker's request, who suggested this in the first place. I think it's a really good idea. We're going to be focusing on Psalm 23. I think there's a great deal to be learnt from this, particularly in terms of the current context that we are living and working in. It's a very strange world at the moment, with not many answers, a lot of doubts, and a lot of worries, a lot of fear actually going on. And so I think there's a lot to be gained from looking at Psalm 23. In fact, I'm going to be starting this morning, or this afternoon, or whenever you're watching this, by looking at just the first verse. Other people will be doing more sessions relating to this, but I get this verse, which is particularly packed with meaning. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. This idea of God being our shepherd is really quite a profound one. It actually goes far further than we in our modern society might understand. This was written by King David at a time when agriculture was the main means of life, the main means of gaining any sort of money in his time, and everybody understood at that time what it meant to be a shepherd. It did get me thinking about what it means to be a sheep, because obviously if God is our shepherd, then obviously that means we must be sheep. Now, generally speaking, when we think about being a sheep, we tend to refer to other people as sheep when it is an insult. So, for example, when it's somebody who is particularly willing to just go with the crowd, somebody who lets other people maybe walk all over them, somebody who's easily led and driven in a certain direction, who follows everyone else and what they're doing, regardless of the consequences. It's quite an interesting one, this, because in many ways, this is all about, our stereotype of sheep is all about how we react or how we are treated by others. So it's how we react to others, how we're treated by others. In the Bible, a very similar dimension to being a sheep is covered, but it's less about how we respond to others and how we're treated than about our own character and how the Bible almost describes our character. In the Bible, people generally are described as helpless by themselves, just like sheep. Sheep don't have any defense system, and even though we often think we can take care of ourselves, we can sort ourselves out, we don't need to rely on anyone else, actually, at times like this, it's very clear just how helpless we really are. We tend to follow the leader. So we believe in Boris Johnson, we believe in the government, we follow them, even sometimes when that's not a great idea, even when we're following an expert who may not be quite so expert. So as a result, maybe it isn't the best thing to do. We tend to wander away from other people, even though we do follow a leader a lot of the time. We tend to get distracted and start to get worried about things that are none of our business, or actually start to look to other things at the drop of a hat. These are all indications that actually we need a shepherd, that we are very similar to sheep in terms of our character, that stereotype of sheep, whether we feel it's kind to sheep or not. Certainly that is the way we sometimes come across, I think. So when it says the Lord is my shepherd, this psalm was actually written by David. He was a king when he wrote this, but originally he had been a shepherd. And actually, as a shepherd, he had been very effective. And it wasn't the same sort of easy job that many people might think a shepherd is. You might think it's all just getting up early in the morning to a beautiful sunrise, wandering out into a lovely pastoral scene and looking around you and just gathering your sheep to you. Actually, David says in 1 Samuel that he had to fight lions and bears. He rescued the sheep from those lions and bears. When they turned on him, he seized those animals by the hair. They struck them and killed them. Your servant has killed both the lion and the bear. So the job of a shepherd was not actually an easy one at all. And in fact, in many ways, a lot of people see it as being very similar to the role of a king, actually. In fact, David's experience, many would say, was actually a training ground for that kingship. Again, in 2 Samuel, there's a reference to in times past when Saul was king over us. You were the one, this is talking to David, you were the one who led Israel out and brought them in. And the Lord said to you, you shall shepherd my people Israel and be ruler over Israel. So actually being a ruler over, being the king above them, was part of being a servant leader. And actually, he demonstrated his servant leadership by being a shepherd. He looked after them, he watched out for them, he cared for his people, for God's people Israel. And that was part of what meant that he was going to make a great king as well. So there's something very profound there about being a shepherd and that leading to being a king. However, even though David was an exceptional shepherd himself and a ruler, he actually refers to God as his shepherd, because we all need a shepherd. We are all pretty much actually in great difficulties if we try and sort everything out ourselves. Even David, as this great king of Israel, still known even now for his greatness and his wisdom and all the rest of it, he still needed God to be his shepherd, because we all need to be cared for as a shepherd cares for his flock. I'm going to move on in a second to show you a video about the parable of the lost sheep, a story that Jesus told regarding that one sheep who went missing, and the shepherd left 99 sheep to go and look for him. That you can find it on this YouTube link if you wish to, although I'm going to play it now so you can watch it on this video. However, just remember that the delight that the shepherd shows at the end when he's found that one is so great, because he cares about each one of his sheep. No, not all of them en masse, but all of them individually he cares about. Let's just watch this video. So that is how full of joy the shepherd was when he found that one sheep that had gone missing. And it's funny because we only tend to feel that need for a shepherd when we are in desperate times. I bet that sheep wasn't even, if it had the consciousness to be able to do so, I doubt very much that it was even aware that it needed a shepherd as much as it did until it was stuck in that position, needing that help. So when do we need a shepherd? Well, times like now, actually. So, for example, we feel that need for a shepherd most when we're helpless, when there's nothing we can do, as many of us feel at the moment, when everything seems to be upside down and inside out, have no direction, we might even feel leaderless despite the government doing the best efforts it can, and when no one really has any answers. Actually, God says there's just one answer, that He is our shepherd. We shall lack nothing. Now, when it comes to passages like this or verses, I have been told in the past that one of the best things to do is meditate on these. And what you can do is you can emphasize one word at a time and see how that changes almost the meaning or the sense of that verse. So if we have a go at doing that right now, so for example, there were two words that stood out to me when I tried that meditation, that exercise. One is this: the Lord is my shepherd. He doesn't pick and choose when he wants to be my shepherd. He does. It's not a case of he might be, he may be, he should be, but he isn't. He is my shepherd. That remains as a firm commitment. He will stay as my shepherd regardless of circumstances, regardless of what we're going through. He is still there to be our shepherd. And then the second word was this: the Lord is my shepherd. That he is looking after me individually. He's looking after each of us individually if we just turn our eyes to him and ask him for that help. But he is my shepherd, a personal shepherd, making sure that I, as that one sheep out of 100, is really cared for, and he takes as much joy over me being safe and looked after as he does over any of the other individual sheep. He knows me by name and really cares. So in terms of what we can do now, how we can respond to this, well, Matthew 7 verse 7 says that the easy thing to do here is ask. Ask for help. Ask if you're not sure. Ask if there aren't any answers. Basically, pray. Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you. All we've got to do is speak to God. Share our feelings about this. Make it known to him just how difficult we are finding things. And he will answer. He will look after us. He will care about us. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. Thank you very much for listening.